welcome back to our channel. So today I wanted to do a car rant. I've not done a car rant in a very long time, and I think this topic is perfect for a car rant, specifically because I'm very familiar with this male character's characteristics within my personal life, and I wanted to just kind of briefly comment on it. So I follow, not pretty regularly, but I do follow ChriseanRock and Blueface. If you guys don't know who they are, they're plastered all over the blogs and all over social media, but they are very, very toxic. And from my understanding, he did a dating show on the network Zeus, and I think that's how him and Chrisean dated. I don't know if she won or not. I didn't watch it. I really didn't even know who Blueface was besides the song he has called Tatiana with Cardi B. I believe she's in that one. But if it wasn't for Cardi B, I wouldn't even know who he was, right? Anyway, so a couple days ago in real time, today is Tuesday, March 14th. So a lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff always happened with them, but a lot of stuff happened recently, as of 2 days ago, between Sunday to Monday, where he just displayed some of the most disrespectful things to her or about her, said some things about her, displayed some disrespectful things, and it was just, it was so outdone for me, because again, a lot of the things that he was saying I'm very familiar with in regards to my personal life, right? Not me doing those things, but someone doing those things to me, right? So they're a very toxic couple, whatever they are, right? And I'm not gonna go into full detail exactly, like, you know, all the things. They've just been so just everywhere, from what a lot of people speculate, abuse. I think she has said it, he has said it, physical abuse, everything. So now she's pregnant, right? And I guess they got into it. I don't know. Her birthday was a couple days ago. She wanted to spend her birthday with him. He decided to stay extra in Dubai, I guess trying to get her back because she didn't do nothing for his birthday. I don't know. Some crap happened and all this expired. So all these things expired, and he started, you know, posting all these things about her, right? Now, like a lot of the supporters and or, you know, people that just watch them, right? A lot of people blame her. They say, you know, he continues to do this to you. He's always calling you out of your name. He's always disrespectful and rude to you. He's always pretty much showing you that he doesn't care, and you said he go back to him, okay? Now, I agree to a certain extent, yes, okay? I'm not gonna put every single thing on him as the man, right? They both have accountability, or needs to be held accountable for all of their actions. They both do, right? If you are going to continue to stay with a man that is mentally, physically, or verbally abusing you in any way, there's not a lot that you can really complain about, because you're still choosing to deal with it, right? I agree. The only thing that I specifically want to zoom in on is the disrespect that he did these past couple days. He goes on social media talking about, now mind you, she's pregnant, and this is why it hits home for me, because a lot of the things he gaslights her. He's a narcissist. He intentionally does things, in my opinion, and a lot of people feel this way, but I want to speak for me. He does these things, talk about her, dog her, trash her, so that she can leave, okay? He dogged her so bad on social media the other day that a lot of people, even though she stayed in the past or whatever, it was like, okay, this is a complete low ball, and I really feel bad for her type of deal, right? He just talked about her so bad, trashed her, talked about her missing tooth, talked about her tattoos, ain't nobody gonna want her. I guess he calls her a Me Too, B-I-T-C-H. I guess whenever he does his thing or whatever, she was like, okay, well, I can do my thing too. And he was like, no man is gonna want a Me Too, B-I-T-C-H, meaning no woman can ever do what a man does. He was like, there's always gonna be double standards. If a woman goes out and sleeps around with a bunch of men, she's a HOE. If a man does it, he's a player. That's just how it is. I mean, just showing some real macho type of just trash behavior, okay? Then he posts a video of his first baby mama when he found out she was pregnant with their second child. And then the caption was, see, this is what it looks like being happy when somebody actually tell you they're pregnant. So he doesn't want the child that ChriseanRock is about to have, okay? Now he wants to sit here and say that she's with all these men. He's jealous because people are reaching out to her. Mind you, this girl, yes, I believe he elevated her and put a light on her, but she's shining on her own, okay? And nobody really knew who Blueface was or was paying attention to him until all this happened, as far as he got with that girl and they all in the blogs. But it's like, it's one of those situations where he's feeling jealous because men are in his inbox, celebrities are in her inbox, wanting to work with her, wanting to collab with her. And there are men out there like that, where when they see their girl getting some shine, or they see that that their girl could potentially last without them and be successful without them, they want to dim her light. They want to start talking about her. Nobody's gonna want to work with you and all this other stuff. And that's what he's doing to her. And he's just being such a ASS to her. And these last couple of days, he has just been trash. But I'm gonna finish this in a second. I gotta take my daughter into daycare. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, but anyway, like I was saying, he just completely trashed her. And he's, talked about her bad before, of course, on social media. But it was a low blow this time. And like I said, he posted the video of the baby mama. And a lot of people was like, okay, well, if you still, because he always refers back to his baby mama, his first baby mama, whenever him and Chrisean gets into it. And it's always a comparison of pretty much, you'll never be my baby mama. This is not what he said verbatim, but the way he acts is as if he's trying to tell her, you'll never be my baby mama, you'll never be on that level, she a real one. And he even mentioned in his stories a couple days ago about just pretty much saying his baby mama never messed around, never had to worry about her messing with other dudes and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, the reason why it hit home so much is because, again, I have dealt with that before in my past, right, with somebody. And it's just like, why do that? And the similarity is a lot of men knowing, first of all, that woman is not a hoe. My daughter's gone. You know that woman is not a hoe. You know she's not out here sleeping with everybody. You know she's not out here being promiscuous. You know she loves you. You know that. But because either you're hurt, you're suffering from mommy or daddy issues, you going through some stuff, you want to degrade that woman and trash talk her and make her feel belittled because you hurt. And so you start displaying lies about that woman and trying to dim her light, knowing that she can last and be successful without you. And that's just some trifling mess that these men do. And I'm not saying all men, I have to, clarify that. I'm not saying all men are like this. I'm saying men like him who think like this, who feel like, men are the superior and you can't be on a man's level. And let me just clarify this, because like I said before, he said that it's always a double standard. Women can't do what men do physically. Let me just clarify this to any man that's watching this. A woman doesn't want to be you, but we want you to understand that there are certain things that we can do as well. We also have the qualifications if need be. And I don't want to hear anything about if I choose, right? If I was a woman who chose to, date around, even if I wanted to sleep with a couple men or whatever the case may be, but I carry myself in a respectful way, I'm not trashing my body, right? But if I chose to, you know, be sleeping with 2 men at the time, I don't care nothing about you calling me a hoe. Because at the end of the day, if I'm carrying myself in a respectful manner and I decide to date someone and I decide to give my body to them, I'm not being a hoe because you mad. Let's choose the right wording here. Because a lot of men want to call a woman a hoe or call her names when he's hurt. Because she finally is done with his crap. She's not going to deal with it. And she's not going to come back to his mess. You a hoe, you this, you that. No, boo-boo, you're hurt. And that's a problem with a lot of men out here, is instead of you being honest and admitting that you are hurt or that woman hurt you, you want to start calling her all kind of names and degrade her. Chrisean would, you know, walk away, do her. He's seen DMs or whatever in her inbox or whatever, whether it was celebrities or rappers or whatever that wanted to work with her, or somebody showing interest, somebody saying she's pretty. He will call her all kind of names. Let me also say this, okay? Because a lot of people say, which I do agree to a certain extent, and that's what I said earlier. A lot of people will say, well, she stuck with him, she stuck, you know, with him and things like that, so she can't be upset. She knew what it was. You're absolutely right. She did stick with him, and to a certain extent, that's her problem. But let me say this. A lot of men, 9 times out of 10, know they don't want to be with a particular woman. They know this. They know they don't want to be with that woman. They know they have no intentions of making her a serious woman, meaning a serious wife. They know they have no intentions of being with her long term. So if you are the person that knows these things versus the woman who's still trying to figure out where you at in life and trying to figure out what you're trying to do in this relationship, why don't you be the bigger person and step up and let it go? Why is it that the woman has to let it go? Why is it that the woman has to be the one to call it off? Well, she's staying, she didn't leave him. Guess what? He has the freedom to leave her as well. He has the freedom to walk away from her as well. In fact, you're more so responsible to walk away because you know what it is. You know that you will never take her serious. You know that you will never look to her as a serious person in your life. You know that you would never marry her. You know that you don't want to have a kid with her. But you sat there and you still had unprotected sex with her. You sat there and you dealt with the mess. You dealt with the toxicity. You sat there, you fussed with her. You sat there and you fought with her. You sat there and did all that stuff as well. So why is it only left the responsibility of the woman to walk away and not the man? That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't agree with. And that's what I don't like. That's why I said earlier, both parties should be held accountable, as both of y'all should have walked away if neither one of y'all benefited from this situation positively and healthy, right? Now, they do a lot of business together. Like I said, I believe they met off the dating show that he had with that Zeus Network, right? And she was saying how she's not signed to a label, but pretty much, you know, I think he moved her into his house. He was giving her money, buying her stuff, you know, doing for her, taking care of her, you know. And like I said, she said she wasn't signed to a label or anything, but you know, she was using his resources because he's a rapper, all that. So my thing is also, if you don't see a future with her, why invest in her? And that's my question to a lot of men as well. If you know you don't see it for this woman, why marry her? There's a lot of men out here that will marry a woman and you know you don't want to, but you felt forced and you felt like you had to and you felt like it was the right thing. You bought a house for her, you bought a car for her, you have multiple kids with her, but that's not who you want to be with. Then why invest that time into her? So my whole thing with this is, yes, both people need to be held accountable. She is holding herself accountable. She said, listen, you know, I can't feel too bad or don't feel too bad. I'm gonna be good. I put this on myself. However she worded it, she took accountability. But he's not taking any accountability. He's putting everything on her and he's trashing her. And a lot of men like him do this. And it's so sickening to see and hear. Now again, not all men are like this, but the men that are like this, like him, are trash. And to be honest, I don't think deserves to breathe another breath on this earth, because you're intentionally walking around demeaning women and being disrespectful and down talking them and belittling them because you're hurt. Because let's be honest, without her, he's gonna go back to a nobody, because nobody really knows him. I mean, now they know him because of her. But beforehand, like I said, nobody really paid attention to him. He may have another song maybe that people know, but other than that, nobody really knows you. That girl, she put you on the map just as well as you put her on the map. But everybody knows she's the star of the show. She's a beautiful girl. Before she met him, a lot of people put up before pictures. She was so beautiful. She was well fit. And everybody sees that she is the star of the show. And then everybody sees that she absolutely would demolish him in success if she was standing on her own. And a lot of people are asking, well, why would you still have this baby? He's questioning it. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want the baby. And let me tell you something, dealing from personal experience, regardless, and this is just me, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way, but this is just me. At the end of the day, a lot of us follow to the best of our extent, and I don't want to make this a Christian thing, but a lot of us try to follow a good life and the Christian life, or a positive life to the best of our abilities and make the right decisions, right? I don't follow Christianity every single day of my life. I make more mistakes than anything, right? But when it comes down to something like that, when it comes down to abortion, at the end of the day, a lot of us women, we're not going to sit here and abort a child because this man don't want us. That's my responsibility too. And I'm taking accountability and taking ownership by having this child and doing for my child. I'm not going to sit here and kill a child because I involved myself in a probably bad relationship and I shouldn't have, and now I'm pregnant, and to me is a cop-out to get an abortion. No, take ownership, do what you're supposed to do. You decided to be in that relationship, you decided to deal with him, and now there's a baby here. Don't sit here and kill an innocent baby because you messed up. And so Chrisean is taking responsibility for that, and he should too. And if he don't want to be a part of the child's life, at the end of the day, she's stepping up and doing what she's supposed to do, is taking accountability by taking care of that child. And like a lot of people are saying, that child is end up going to be a good thing for her. Now that she's sober and she's awake and she can see what's really going on, that child is going to be a blessing for her. And that child, because here's the thing, what some people don't understand. If you allow this to happen, kids can be your savior. Kids and becoming a parent can be everything you needed to turn your life around. And I think now that she is going to become someone's mother, and she now put down the drinks and the drugs and stuff like that. When I say drugs, I say, weed. I don't know if she does anything else. But now that she's able to put that stuff down and really focus, I feel like it's going to do her some good. She seems to be a very positive, very, not godlike, but she absolutely believes in God. She believes in Christianity. She believes in a higher power. And even though her actions doesn't show it, she always speaks, you know what, she's gonna be good. She's gonna do what she needs to do. She's going to, prevail and be a successful person. And it's not gonna hold her back. And I commend her. Because even in her darkest times, she still feels that she's going to come out on top. And who's to say that she's not? But a lot of people, including me, need to have that positive outlook to understand, regardless of what somebody do to me, how they talk about me, whatever that's going on, I know I'm going to be good. And I hope that she keeps that up, because oh my God, he's trash. I don't care if you don't like a woman. I don't care if you don't want to be with her. I don't care what your personal feelings is about her. You don't get to sit there and degrade her. That's a whole different level. Just walk away and leave the girl alone. If y'all have a kid, keep in touch, or find some way to keep in touch where it's just about the child, but everything else, just walk away and leave her alone. You don't need to go on social media and degrade her, talk about her physical appearance, her mental state, And he's doing that intentionally so he can, which somebody pointed this out, which I now feel that's what he was probably doing. He was doing all of this to cause stress so that she either loses the baby or she decides to say, you know what, I don't want to continue going with this, and then she aborts the baby. And if you are that sick to intentionally talk about somebody and do these things and mess them up mentally so you can get what you want in the end, which is not to have that child, you are more sick than anything on this earth. And again, you don't deserve to breathe. And on that note, I gotta go. Y'all know what it is. I gotta go to work. But I just wanted to give my viewpoints on that. It hit home, you know, a lot. And like I said, men like that, I just don't think deserve to be here, because that's just some excuse my language, but that's some F. You listen, okay? Anyway, I'm about to go, y'all. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for listening to my rants. I'll try to do more of these things. I just be trying to do other things, but it's good to let these things out. If you guys want me to comment on specific topics or specific things that are going on in the world or whatever, let me know, and I'm happy to do a car rant about that as well. But as always, all my information is down below, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye.